What's going on, guys? So today is Sunday, November 2nd. Can't believe that we're into November already. This year is almost over. Uh, Much like yesterday, all I did today was just lay around and just kind of rest. I did do a little bit of housework. I've been able to stay on top of it a lot better with this new work schedule. But it's already 7 o'clock. So it's 7:30 actually. So I am already laying down, as you can see, with my heating pad on my back and my neck. Um, Watching a little bit of YouTube, but I'm about to turn this TV off in a few minutes because I've been sleepy all day and I've been fighting it just so that I can sleep tonight. Um, because we have to be at work at 6 o'clock all this week and next week. And then as of the 17th, I go to my overnight shift. So starting on the 17th, I'll be working 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Haven't worked that since 2019. So it's gonna be interesting to go back on third shift, but I'm here for it. This corporate security thing is gonna be much slower on third shift than 911. Once I am released to go on my own after training, then I'll get a feel for what I can do at night to keep myself up. So I'm game for it. Oh my goodness. This week I don't have anything exciting going on. I don't have any doctor's appointments until actually the 17th. I got 2 appointments on the 17th, and then 2 appointments the following week. Right now, all my appointments are set up on my old work schedule because I didn't see this coming. But thankfully, since I'm going to third shift, the current appointment times will work. I'll just be a little more exhausted, and actually, my physical with my primary doctor, if it wasn't for the fact that I need my Dexcom, I would reschedule that for a different day and time. And actually, I might go in there and see if I can get in there sooner. That way, I don't have 2 appointments that day. Because this only reason I'm my 2 appointments on the 17th is because that's my first third shift night, and so when I get off work on the 14th at 2 p.m., I don't have to be back at work until 11 p.m. on Monday. So that's almost like 3 whole days. That's like more than 3 whole days off. So just make sure I get good night's sleep on Sunday night going into Monday, and if I can, take a nap before I go to work Monday night. It's just that since I am on public transportation, I did look at the schedule. I have to leave the house by 10 to 8, 10 minutes to 8, and I'll get to work at 9:30. So I'll be over an hour and a half early. The other option is to leave at about 10 minutes to 9, and I'll be pushing. I'll get to work like right at 9:50, right at like 10:50. So if something happens where the bus is running late, I could be potentially late for work. So I don't want to do that. So it is what it is. Hopefully, I won't have to do this very long. And also, my schedule could be adjusted to align with the actual third shift hours, which is 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. So if that was to ever happen, then I'll already be used to being out of the house on time enough to be at work by 10 o'clock. So that's that. But like I said, hopefully I won't be on the bus very long. I'm really just trying to wait to see what my apartment complex is going to do as far as offer renewal or not. And I'll know that in April. So everything extra I get between now and then is pretty much going into savings to be prepared to have to move by the end of July. But if I don't have to move, then in April or May, I'll look into taking that same savings and going to get a car. And that's if, like I was saying in my video, my vlog last week, that's if the current lien holder on my current car um, decide to go ahead and pull the car, because I'm just waiting on my bankruptcy to be discharged, and that'll happen right after the first of the year. If they decide to go ahead and pull the car, then if they decide not to pull the car, then I'll get the alternator fixed. If they do pull the car, then obviously I'm going to need to replace it. But I haven't gotten the alternator fixed because I wanted to see what was going to happen with this bankruptcy. And now that I went through switching from a 13 to a 7, and the 7 is scheduled to be discharged in a couple months, just waiting on them to either sign the title over to me or come pull the car. So there's that. But I'm gonna go ahead and stop yapping and try to get some sleep. So I will talk to y'all later. All right, guys. So it is Monday night. I'm gonna try to do my best to talk to y'all tomorrow during the daylight. I'm gonna try. But I had to come on here and allow somebody to hear my complaining for the night. First off, I don't know how the gym rats do it. Go to the gym 5, 6, 7 days a week. I don't know how they do it, because I'm tired, I'm sore, and I just don't want to. 3 or 4 days is too much for me. But I'm determined to hit my goals, so I have got to get on it. When I reset my 75 soft last week, I started off at 220, 221 pounds, something like that. As of this morning, I was down to 218. So in a week, I've lost 2 to 3 pounds. I am definitely feeling the squats in my in the back of my thighs. I don't know if that's still considered a hamstring or not, but I'm definitely feeling it back there. But I did find some guides today to help me switch it up so that I don't feel like I'm being so boring when I'm doing my workout. And I am kind of motivated more than ever, more than I have been in the last year or so, to get back out there and start working towards jogging and running again. I think I want to try to do my first 5K back out on Thanksgiving Day for a turkey trot. I mean, I've always wanted to do a turkey trot, and usually I have to work, and I do have to work that Wednesday night going into Thanksgiving, as well as that that Thursday night of Thanksgiving. So if I was to do a turkey trot, the one here in Charlotte, I would definitely have to take a lift home that morning, because I get off at 7 a.m. and it starts, I think gun time is at 8. It's either at 8 or 9. I gotta look again. Either way go, I'm gonna have to take a lift home so I can get home, get changed. And then I'm gonna take a lift over to the mall, which is right not too far from me. It's gonna be at South Park Mall, to the start line, so I can be in the corral. If it starts at 8, I'm probably gonna get there late. I need to look and see. I think the 8K start at 8 and the 5K starts at 9. And it might be 8:30 or 9. I have to look. But either way go, I'm gonna be hustling. Definitely one of those situations where whatever I'm wearing gonna have to be laid out, and I'm pretty much running the house jump in my clothes, and run back out the house. So while I'm getting dressed, I'm probably going to be requesting my next ride, kind of thing. Um, and it's only $55 whether I do the 8K or the 5K. I kind of want to do the 8K, but at the same time, um, don't really want to hurt myself. Um, Especially since I haven't trained leading up to this. I only have a couple weeks to kind of train if I'm going to train. Um, I've done several 5Ks in the past, so I know 3 miles is not that far, but I am in a different city with different elevations, so it's something that I should train for because I don't know what the course is going to be like. At least in Milwaukee, wherever there was a race that I participated in, I was kind of familiar with the course from just driving around the city. So there's that. The second thing I want to complain about is that I am over school. Um, and I think it has more so to do with, I was just telling my sister, I think it has more so to do with the fact that my routine got interrupted. When I started this new job, my routine got interrupted. So the way it was before, I was working Tuesday through Saturday. So Mondays was always kind of like my chill day. And then I had from about 5 to 10 to go ahead and get my homework done. Well, right now I'm working Mondays, Monday through Friday, and I work the last 2 weeks I worked 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. and then this week and next week I'm working 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and then after that I go to my overnight shift of 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. So all of these schedule changes I think has definitely interrupted my routine. Um, Now I pretty much come home and the last 2 weeks I forgot that I had homework. I remembered today on the way home, but I'm still just not doing it, and it's almost 8 o'clock. So I need to get it done. This is week 3 of a 5-week course, and then we got one more class in 2025. We take 2 weeks off for Christmas and New Year's, and then the week of my birthday, which is the first week of January, I started my last 4 classes, and I go straight through until pretty much the end of May. I'll be done. And with me feeling like this, I'm like, okay, should I go right into the master's program or should I take some time off? But I don't want to take too much time off because I want to kind of go ahead and get it out the way while school's kind of in my head, especially since it will be under the same format. The other option is to just go for my certification in human resources. That is a 6 or 7 month program, um, and then do my master's. But either way, I need to get both of those done. So the other thing that kind of got me in a sour kind of mood when it comes to school is that right now financially, I don't know if I can afford to go out to Phoenix for graduation. Um, and since I was going out there, I was toying with the idea of walking in the morning for my associate's degree and in the afternoon for my bachelor's degree. Just go ahead and get both of them done, one trip, not have to come back, right? Um, but then I had to deal with the whole cap and gown situation because I believe it's 2 different gowns for associates and bachelor's degrees. Although they do look very similar, I think it's still 2 different gowns, and nobody will be there with me to hold my second gown. Um, and then also, if by chance my parents were able to come out there with me, um, I have to deal with my stepfather. He's one of them that gets hangry. And in between ceremonies, there may not be enough time for us to leave and go get him something to eat. and I don't know if the concession stand will be open. So that's been the thought in my mind. So um, the other option I have until January to register if I'm going to do both graduations at the same time. I'm already registered for the afternoon graduation. What my hope is that um, be, between now and January, they go ahead and announce the other ceremony sites. Um, if they announce a ceremony site like Orlando, like they did last year, I think I'll register for that one and just drive down. Because it'll be much cheaper for me to rent a car for a week than it would be for me to fly almost anywhere out of the Charlotte area right now. Almost anywhere I want to go, it's like for almost $500 a flight. Um, but the flight is not the only thing that has me sitting on edge when it comes to going out to Phoenix in March. Hotels are ridiculously priced out there. If I want a hotel in the downtown Phoenix area near the arena where the ceremony is going to be held, you're looking at $300 to $400 a night, if not more. Um, so whether I go with someone or by myself, my only option is to do a hotel that's further out, like in Scottsdale or Tempe, or even Mesa, um, and then pay a Uber into town. And I don't know if the Ubers there are going to be as expensive as they are here in Charlotte. So that's the kind of stuff that's like weighing on my mind. Um, if I go to Orlando, I already know, have an idea of how much things are going to cost because I was supposed to go there last June, and I know I can get a room for the weekend for like $300 total. And then if I was to rent a car, I could rent a car for the same $500 for the week. If I don't have my own car by then, I, it all depends on when the graduation is. I know it's not going to be in May because they have a virtual graduation in May. Um, so they don't have one scheduled for April, and they usually don't. So last year they had one scheduled for January. That was in, I want to say that was the one that was in Phoenix last year. And then they had, I want to say last year they had one in April, either March or April. This year they don't have one scheduled for January. So they have one scheduled for March or April in 2025. And then they had the virtual in May. And then they had Orlando in June and Vegas in September. So just trying to see what they're going to have for the rest of the year. Like I said, if they do someplace that's drivable, like Orlando, definitely I will go ahead and register for that. Obviously, if it's in Atlanta, I'm definitely going to go ahead and drive down there. That's 4 hours. Other places I can see them possibly having it is DC. DC is 6 hours. Orlando's 8 hours. They haven't had a graduation in the Midwest that I know of in quite some time. Actually, I think in 2023 they had one in Detroit. 2024 they had one in Detroit. And last time I heard them having one in Chicago was back when my friend graduated back in like 2015. That's not to say they haven't had one in Chicago since 2015. I just haven't heard about one being in Chicago since then. Now I'm not driving up to Chicago or Detroit if they do have one there, but just throwing out options on where they could possibly schedule ceremonies for the rest of 2026. So I'm about to jump online right now. Since I'm talking about it, let me go ahead and jump on here and see if they have any other graduations scheduled yet.
Is switching to Freeway. Cool. I'm a terrible driver, but Freeway didn't seem to mind my bad driving record. The price they quoted me was amazing.
If you want great auto insurance at an affordable price, Freeway Insurance is the answer. 800-417-6707. 800-417-6707.
As a firefighter, my job was about saving lives. I never thought one day I would be fighting for mine. MDA empowers people like me to live the best lives we can. Learn more at mda.org today.
At Spectrum News, we're committed to strengthening the fabric of local communities with stories that matter and on-demand weather forecasts streaming live 24/7. Now available on your phone, smart TV, and connected devices. Spectrum News, your community connection.
So all hands on deck on this tree, because this is the most important part. It is the main character. It's not a character, but it is the main character.
Time's ticking. We had to get this tree caked, ganache, and covered in fondant and modeling chocolate. If we don't finish it, we're toast.
Okay, listen to me. Is fondant the way to go?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
I know how long it takes to roll that much fondant to cover this tree, and it is going to be such a massive undertaking. Buttercream is super fast to work with. We can pipe it, we can spread it. Either way, it will diminish the time.
I'm looking.
I like fondant better.
Okay. Just prepare. If it's taking too long,
No.
we have to have it back.
No, we have the sheeters.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
I trust you.
I can do it. If you can help me more with
I can help you. The tree's the most important. Let's do the tree.
Okay.
This is a lot.
Okay, nope. Right now, all they have is the Phoenix ceremony, which is March 7th, and then the virtual ceremony, which is May 2nd. The other option I thought about is just canceling attending in person altogether and
See, Jonathan, it's okay.
register for the virtual ceremonies.
So awesome.
I love it. It's perfect.
So when you get that mostly covered,
Yeah.
we're gonna put up our fireplace.
Okay.
All right, teams, only 2 hours left.
The disappointment with that is that I
Need to fill out more ornaments and garlands.
really want to walk.
They do a bunch of that.
It's something I worked hard for, so I really want to do it.
Decor, like some garland. He's gonna be making ornaments for us. One thing we know that Jake is really good at is that hand-pulled sugar. You know, he has really been like the silent assassin. This entire competition, he doesn't say much. Doesn't say much. You know what? As a matter of fact, Jake, how you feeling?
Okay.
You okay?
That's really cool looking. You're great.
I don't know, but that's my benching for tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this homework done so I can get to bed.
Okay.
I'll talk to y'all later.
Pouring the windows really quickly for the.
All right, so it is currently 5 o'clock in the morning, and I am getting my lunch and breakfast ready. All right, so it's Friday night, and it's been an adventurous night already. So first off, I made it through my week 3 of work, but I come home and Milo got into my taco meat, and I guess it was too spicy for him. So yeah, that's what I have to deal with tonight, and I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Absolutely hate it. I absolutely hate it. So he's in the cage for the night, and I have to deal with that. All right, so on a different note, yesterday was the 6th of November. Today's the 7th. Alexa, turn on bedroom lights. Alexa, make bedroom lights white. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. Alexa, make bedroom lights white. All right, so the reason I'm bringing that up is because yesterday marked 3 months since I had surgery, and in that milestone, I noticed that my healing has come a long way. So my sinuses, now when I touch them down here, they don't hurt, or they're not as sensitive to the touch as they once were. I could tell they still have some inflammation, but because they're still puffy, but they're not sensitive to touch. The sensitivity is more up here in the bridge of my nose, and the swelling inside my mouth has changed a lot. The roof of my mouth is not as swollen as it once was. Where I notice the swelling the most is in the soft tissues when I eat. I think that's going to be there for a while. So that's something I'll talk to my surgeon about when I meet with him on the 17th. So definitely has come a long way in 3 months. And I still have a long way to go. So I'm still working on getting the discoloration to go away around my eyes. And had I been doing my skincare routine, I'm sure that would have gone away by now. But I have slacked up on that a whole lot, and that is my fault. But I'm healing. I'm healing. I'm still getting used to. I feel like I look like myself. I'm still just getting used to my upper jaw being forward more, and that will come with time. I just have to stop shying away from looking at myself in the mirror more. But I'm healing. So, but I've made it through 3 weeks of training. I do feel like this week was pretty much a bust, because our trainer / manager was out with strep throat / a cold. But he did come back today, and we were able to begin to get some interaction with the phones. The other 2 people in training with me interacted with the phones more than I did, but they also needed more interaction with them than I did, because they are very inquisitive. They have a lot more questions than I do. They have a lot more self-doubt. They have a lot more, I won't say insecurities, but they have they're a lot less sure of how to do the job than I am. Whereas you showed me how to do it once, and then I just need to actually do it. So me actually being able to get on the phones for a little bit today and do the phone part actually helps. So on Monday, we're going to go to our backup center and actually spend the entire day on the phones. And I think they're going to actually have us work alarms as well. So that's the only part that I haven't done, where they have done some of that. And even that part, I was actually shadowing somebody all week as they worked the alarms. So the alarm investigation, when we were doing the examples during training, I was actually able to come to the answer on the examples that they were giving us a lot faster than those two. So even that part, I think I have. I think I have that part down packed a little bit more than they do. So I'm not too much worried about it. I am a little disappointed in the contractor that I work for. I found that they paying a lot less than other contractors that are doing the same job. So I was presented with a application to apply for another company, not doing the same job, but to go back into doing something else that I was doing prior to this. So I will be completing that application this week, just to keep my options open. And I'm still waiting to hear back from another company that I applied to before I applied to this job. So, or before this job sought me out. So, again, just keep my options open, because I do have to make a living. It's hard out here, and the little coins that these companies are paying right now is barely making the ends meet. So with that said, I am going to go ahead and rest for a little bit, and as I promised, I am going to cook for y'all tomorrow. So see y'all tomorrow. Alright, so I never showed y'all what the soup turned out to look like last night. So here is the finished product. One of my favorite soups to make. Now, before I start seeing other people throw chicken in their broccoli cheddar soup, I started doing it in mine because I felt like broccoli cheddar soup wasn't filling enough. So that's one thing I did to make it a little bit more filling for me. Other than that, I do like broccoli cheddar soup. My sister got me turned on to it, and it was something I started making during COVID when I started doing care packages for my clients. So that's going to be it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.